Hi guys, so I thought I would do a little presentation, a workshop, a little bit different, and present it to you guys. It might come in handy. It's kind of about how to think, how to act, how to create a difference in your own life, and trying to understand how we all kind of think and how we kind of some of us meet our goals and some of us don't. So, what are some of those reasons why people meet their goals? And I like to call this little workshop PSW Power. Okay, so I want to talk about these topics today. Personal power, what is it? What does it mean? How do we overcome any limiting beliefs? Emotional mastery, how do we get a hold of our emotions, keep them in control, keep them in check? Creating lasting change in the way we think, act, lasting change in our lives, and trying to put it all together in kind of like a little chart or what I call PSW care plan for personal power. Okay. So it's kind of all about harnessing your own inner strength and how you can kind of control that. And we're going to start off with something called the success cycle. So, throughout history, people that are successful, especially in healthcare, people that are nurses, doctors, nurse practitioners, they have the same types of patterns. Patterns are just the way people think, act, behave, and how they become more successful in their lives. And these patterns or like the habits of people can actually be studied and can kind of be brought to the forefront and can kind of help you guys if you kind of understand how the success cycle actually works. So the success cycle is represented here. Notice the arrows, how they're all connected. Success cycle starts with potential, which then is going to move to your actions, which then will produce results, which will then get you feelings of certainty. Now, I think all of us in here can kind of agree our potential is unlimited. If I asked you, do you really believe you could become a doctor? Some of you would say yes, some of you would say no. But then when you start asking why and the question why, usually it's going to boil down to the amount of time it would take, the amount of money it would take, and how that would affect your personal life. So that's why most of you would say no. But if I said, if you had unlimited money, unlimited time, then do you think you could become a doctor? Most of you would say yes, right? So the potential is actually there. Even if you say, oh, there's only a 1% chance I would become a doctor, that's still a chance, right? So the potential is unlimited. The problem is we never try to create those goals because we kind of cut ourselves off right at the beginning. So potential just means kind of setting out your own personal goals and trying to reach them. And the best way to reach your personal goals is through action. Now, people like to talk about writing out all your goals, especially with business, right? Business goals, business plans. What do I want? And we're going to do some of that today. I want you to write out some of your own beliefs and goals today and see if we can get you on a good course to completing some of your goals. But really, much, much more important than writing them down is action. So, action is something that we must take. Most of us do not take action to complete our goals, but the quality of our lives certainly depend on our actions, right? If you think about all the moments of your day and think about your day hour to hour, there's probably times in your day when you're really sitting around, not doing too much, watching TV. If you look at just 1 hour and you take that times the number of days in the year, it actually equals 15 days a year. If you're wasting 1 hour a day, it's equivalent to 15 days a year. What can you get done in 15 days of the year? Even if you were working as a PSW, 8 hours a day, that's going to be like 120 hours of work, making lots of extra money there too, right? So what are we doing when we kind of break down our days into essential hours that we want to get things done? And when we start doing these actions, even if they're little, it creates what we call momentum. Momentum is a big part of this success cycle. We want to capture the momentum of our lives through the actions that we're taking. Then we're going to start to get the results. And once we start to get results, we start to get to certainty. If I can use weight loss as an example, we all have the potential to lose weight and be at the weight we want to be. Now, some of us take action towards it, some of us don't. When we start taking action towards our weight loss goals, usually we have good results right away, right? Because we're exercising, we're eating properly. The first few weeks we have these results, but usually something occurs to prevent us from doing those daily activities we need to do to keep the weight loss from happening. A lot of people go like a yo-yo on a roller coaster ride with weight loss because they really cannot keep the results going. And this generally has to do with our behaviors and the importance we put on the goals we want to accomplish. So this success cycle, very important.